In Cambodia's lush countryside, Buddhist monks come to pray. They are the soul of a quiet nation. But here, in this peaceful place, these people became the victims of the worst genocide since the Holocaust. François Ponchot was a newly ordained Catholic priest when he arrived in Cambodia in 1965 from a small village in France. He was sent to do missionary work, but like Raphael Lemkin, Father Ponchot would become a crusader against genocide. What was life like here before the arrival of the Khmer Rouge?
C'était vraiment pacifique.
It was really peaceful. It was really a place that slept, that lived happily without much ambition.
Father Ponchot learned Cambodia's language and its culture, and he quickly fell in love with its people. But by 1970, Cambodia was unraveling. The Vietnam War had spilled across its borders. In the Cambodian countryside, the Americans were carpet bombing North Vietnamese camps. And in the capital, the US was propping up a corrupt government. Cambodia descended into chaos and civil war. From the jungles, a shadowy communist rebel group was fighting to oust Cambodia's US-backed government. They called themselves the Khmer Rouge. Their leader was Pol Pot. And they had a reputation for brutality.
They were killing the villagers and the village chiefs. They were forcing people out into the forest and burning the villages.
But as the chaos reached its height in Cambodia, thousands of Americans were protesting against US involvement in the region. Things had gone so badly in Vietnam, their only interest in Southeast Asia was in getting out. Sidney Schamberg covered Cambodia for the New York Times.
I think at this point, what people were doing was running away from Vietnam. Vietnam included Cambodia.
On April 17, 1975, Cambodia fell. Schamberg soon came face to face with the Khmer Rouge.
You knew that they were different. I mean, all I can say is they were dead behind the eyes. It was chilling.
When the Khmer Rouge took power, they started to reinvent Cambodia according to an insane blueprint. They emptied the cities, forcing all the residents into the countryside and towards a dark future.
Around noon, everyone started leaving down this road. Then I saw all my friends leaving. There were hundreds of thousands of people who were trudging along a few kilometers an hour. It was truly a staggering sight, incredible.
Then the Khmer Rouge forced all the foreigners onto trucks and out of the country. At the border, Father Ponchot broke down, weeping.
Car nous sortions d'un pays de morts vivants.
It was as though we had gone mad. We were getting out of a country of the living dead.
With the country now sealed, the Khmer Rouge went about creating their new Cambodia. And the killing began in earnest. The Khmer Rouge envisioned a return to Cambodia's medieval greatness, a pure nation full of noble peasant farmers. For that, they had to purge everyone else, the rich, the religious, the educated, and anyone from a different ethnic group. Shan Piop, like millions of others, was forced into slave labor.
The Khmer Rouge ordered us to work in the rice fields, dig ditches, and work in farming groups, while armed guards watched over us as if we were prisoners.
They were given practically nothing to eat.
I am blessed to have survived. I ate just about anything: tree bark, crab shells, raw snails. I even drank my own urine.
Few outside Cambodia knew what was happening. But back in France, Father Ponchot was receiving horrifying accounts from refugees who had escaped.
What were you hearing?
That they were burning villages, deporting the population, that they were sending people into the forest without giving them anything to eat. It went beyond my wildest imagination.
Father Ponchot gathered, translated, and researched the refugees' stories. In February 1976, a major French newspaper published his startling evidence, to disappointing results.
Nobody believed you.
Personne ne nous croyait.
Nobody believed us.
Once again, the world was turning away. Holocaust survivor and Nobel Prize winner Elie Wiesel had seen it happen before.
In general, is it common not to want to believe this stuff?
It's better not to believe, because if you believe, you don't sleep nights. And how can you eat? How can you drink a glass of wine when you know?
But the US government did know. In a meeting in 1975, Secretary of State Henry Kissinger acknowledged the brutality of the Khmer Rouge. But he also knew that they shared an enemy, Vietnam. Tell the Cambodians that we will be friends with them, Kissinger told an official in the region. The Khmer Rouge are murderous thugs, he said, but we won't let that stand in our way.